Welcome back to Cask and Point. Today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 whiskeys that I'm looking forward to in 2025. Now there are a few criteria to be on this list. Firstly, we're looking at exclusively batched products, and so while I'm really looking forward to a lot of things in 2025 that are going to drop, such as buff turkeys here, such as rare character bottles, such as the Larceny barrel proof store picks, these are all single barrel bottles, and so since everybody in the country can't get that exact product, I just don't think it's fair to say I'm looking forward to that exact single barrel. And number 2, this has to be a new release. And so things like the George T. Stagg from 2024, this is an incredible bottle. This is really my whiskey of the year of 2024, and if you haven't checked that video out, definitely go check that out. And I can assure you, I'm looking forward to how it looks in 2025, and I'm hoping one day we get a hazmat one sometime soon. But that being said, it is not a new product, and so I'm not going to be giving things like, the William Lou Weller and the George T. Staggs of 2025. Instead, I'm looking at purely new products here today. But let's get right into the list, and definitely let me know down below in the comments if you agree with the list, if there are other bottles you're really looking forward to. I am going to do a top 5 here, so we're going to give my 5th most excited bottle, and then 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and ultimately the bottle that I'm most looking forward to in 2025. Let's get right into it. So, in 5th place, we have Old Forester 117 Bottled and Bond Rye. So, I really like the Old Forester Rye barrel strength. This bottle is absolutely incredible. I think for $80, this is one of the best bottles on the market, and the fact that there isn't really much secondary on it as well means that these bottles are sitting in some places at around MSRP, which is great. And the fact that we're going to get the Old Forester 117, which is typically older Old Forester, and we're going to get it as a rye, and we're going to get it as Bottled and Bond, I think there are a lot of elements here that I'm really excited about, and I think the Old Forester 115s are consistent hitters. I obviously wish these bottles were 750 mLs, not the 375s, but they've consistently been good. The High Angel Share has been one of my favorite Old Forester 117s, and I've tried a lot of the other ones. I know they recently dropped an 11-year as well, which I heard was really good. I haven't tried it yet, but Old Forester Bottled and Bond Rye, that's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to that one. In 4th place, this could have definitely been higher on the list, but man, am I excited for it. The Woodford Reserve Chocolate Whisperer Redux. Now, let me tell you why I'm most excited for this. It's 139.4 proof. We have never seen Woodford like this before. Woodford batch proofs, these products that are usually their highest proof release of the year, 121.2, 119.8, I believe, is the 2025. They have the 124.7, which is the highest in recent memory, and I think the highest of that is 128.3. But 139.4 proof? And it's called chocolate? Oh, this is going to be a fun release. Now, I initially would have had Woodford Double Oaked on this list. However, I did review it a few weeks ago, and I'll put that on your screen, and it wasn't good. It was just so low proof that I just wasn't getting nearly as much flavor as I was hoping for. But Woodford, which typically gives a more cinnamon flavor profile, mixed with some sort of chocolate, and 139.4 proof? I'm very excited. I think this is going to be a great bottle. I really, really hope that this one doesn't have a crazy secondary on it. I really hope I can get a bottle. That bottle is probably going to be pretty amazing. In 3rd place here, Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon. So Wild Turkey Master's Keep is a bottle that I have said in the past is not a bottle that's worth its MSRP. However, I like to think that Wild Turkey knew that I was going to say that because they recently released their TTB regulation form, and it's 118 proof. So Wild Turkey is usually a cask strength between 115 and 120. The highest proof Wild Turkey that exists is the 120.8 proof Wild Turkey Generations, which is here. And the thing is, though, most of the Wild Turkey Master's Keep are lower. They're usually around 100 to 109 proof. For example, the Unforgotten was 105, the Voyage was 106, Triumph was 104, I believe. And so we've been in the mid-100s, and that does mean that these bottles are typically watered down. But at 118 proof, this is almost certainly cask strength Wild Turkey, and the fact that Wild Turkey Master's Keep typically has 10, 15, and even sometimes 17-year whiskey in it, we might get some really nice Wild Turkey coming up this next year, and this could really be making up for the fact that we aren't getting a Russell's 15 Batch 2, it seems. We will be getting a Russell's 13 Batch 6, and so this Wild Turkey Master's Keep, this could be exactly what I was hoping that they'd do to kind of bring this product back a little bit, because I think $300 MSRP, it's just not justifiable, especially relative to Russell's 15. But if we're looking at 118 proof, and this whiskey is an intriguing blend of of 10, 15, maybe even 20-year-old whiskey, we might have a lot in store here. And so, while I did say that this is one of the top 10 whiskeys to avoid in 2025, I do think that there is hope because I did make that video before I saw that this is 118 proof. So, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm watching out for it. But in second place here, Heaven Hill 19 year. So Heaven Hill has released some amazing Heritage Collection bottles in the last few years. They've had the 17 year, the 18 year, and the 20 year. Now, the 17 year was my favorite. I thought it was an incredible bottle. I'll do a review on it sometime here on the channel, and it may even be one of the best Heaven Hill products that I've ever had. It was really, really impressive, and I think the 20 year was a little bit lacking. It was a corn whiskey, so many people joke that this is just mellow corn at 20 years old, and while it was good, I think there's a reason why its secondary has dropped from probably about $700 to really somewhere in the 400s right now, and a $300 MSRP is nothing to scoff at. But this 19 year is interesting, because not only is this Heaven Hill cask strength 19 year whiskey, which alone is amazing, this is a wheat whiskey. Now, we haven't really seen many wheat whiskeys that are that old, especially from Heaven Hill. We've obviously had the Weller Millennium this year, which was about 20 to 22 year wheat whiskey, and that was 99 proof. But this is going to be 122 proof, the highest of any of the Heritage Collection so far. The 17 year was 118.2 proof, the 18 was 120, and the 20 year was, I believe, 115 proof. So the fact that we're not only at the second highest age, since obviously the 20 year was the oldest, 19 year would be right after that, but we're also at the highest proof, and we have a wheat whiskey that's 51% wheat, 37% corn, 12% malted barley. I assure you, this is probably going to be an amazing bottle. I think it's going to end up making a lot of the top 10 lists at the end of the year. This is really a whiskey that I am so excited for. I hope I can get a bottle or at least a sample when it releases so that I could try it here on the channel with you guys, because man, that's going to be fun. But at number one, you guys, if you keep up with bourbon news, you know it's number one. You know this deserves to be number one. We're talking about Jack Daniel's 14 year. So the Jack Daniel's 10 and 12 year, consistently amazing bottles. Bottles that have been really consistently, I think, in the top 10, top 20 whiskeys of the year. They've really been amazing. I think the Jack Daniel's 10 Batch 3 this in 2024 was really impressive. I think both of the Jack Daniel's 12 years have consistently been great. But now we're getting a 14 year, and there's a special fact about the 14 year, that while the 10 year was 97 proof, the 12 year was 107 proof, we're expecting the 14 year to maybe be 115 if it can be, because we know that the cask strength, just based off of the single barrel proofs, based off the Coy Hills, it's probably in the 120s or 130s, although this is aged in the lower parts of the warehouse, so maybe it was going to be around 120, 125, and we were just hoping we'd get as much proof as possible. And Jack Daniel's, at least from some leaked photos, it's 126.3 proof, 63.15% alcohol. I could not be more excited for this, because not only should this absolutely murder the Jack Daniel's 10 and 12 with 20 more proof points and 2 extra years over the Jack Daniel's 12, which is already an amazing whiskey. Jack Daniel's has told us they want to make these older products. They want to produce a Jack Daniel's 18 year, 21 year if they can, and they only will do it if they can really control the aging process and make it so that this product is really nice. And the fact that they were confident enough to say that and then release the 14 year and release it at 126 proof, this is probably going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I assure you that the second I get a sample, we're going to try it against a 134.7 proof 2024 Coy Hill. Now, this bottle is about 11 years old. It's actually about a few days younger than 11 years old. So 11 year 134.7 proof Jack Daniel's versus 14 year 126 proof Jack Daniel's. I'm curious to see if it's a close competition or if that Jack Daniel's 14 is just going to blow it absolutely out of the water. I know obviously the Hazmat Jack Daniel Coy Hills were an impressive proof, but they were 9 years old. And so as age goes on in Jack Daniel's, we're going to see just how much more flavor we get, just how the banana and the charcoal, how they compete with each other. But that is definitely the number one release that I'm excited for. And it should be releasing any week now. So really excited. And in fact, at the point that I'm posting this video, it may have already released. We'll see. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. Definitely let me know down below in the comments if there are other bottles that you're looking forward to. There are so many cool releases that I'm hearing about this year. It was definitely difficult to just narrow this down to my top 5. But 139.4 proof Woodford, oh man, 19-year Heaven Hill Wheat Whiskey, Jack Daniel's 14-year at cask strength 126 proof, and we have Wild Turkey Master's Keep, the first time it's ever going to be cask strength, and then ultimately an Old Forester 117 rye that I had to throw in the mix there. So many amazing whiskeys and so many more to come, I'm sure, but let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, what you're most excited about, and with that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.